Hi everyone! In today's video I'm doing something a little bit different with a texture technique. I've seen some people use coffee grounds before, so I wanted to try it out and see what kind of texture I could create with them. I use coarse ground coffee to make cold brew, and you normally use a fine ground coffee if you're just doing it through a hot machine. So I'm trying out to see what the coarse ground will look like and create some texture on this painting. So this is just going to be my first attempt at using coffee to see what I can do. And I'm just going to go ahead and mix it with some glue so that I can adhere it to my canvas. The coffee does discolor the glue a little bit, but I'm not worried about that at all because I'm just going to be painting over it. And something exciting with this coffee is my sister and brother-in-law have their own coffee company. They roast small batches and I get a lot of my coffee from them, and I'm using coffee from them to make this painting. So if you want to support a small business and you like to drink coffee, go ahead and check out their website. It's Pineland Coffee Company. I'm going to have a link in the video description, and they also graciously gave me a 20% off coupon, and the coupon has no expiration date. It's Amanda20, and I will also put that in the video description. And you can support them, check out their website, and just have some fun if you want to reuse some items of your own and try them out for some different texture. But I just have my coffee and glue mixture, and I'm just using a like a spackle or a paint spreader to just start spreading it out on my canvas. And I'm not really going with any specific design, but I just want to get a really nice background of that texture. So you could use your hands, you could use some icing spatulas for cakes. This is just one that I had on hand that I haven't used before, so I wanted to try it out. And I'm just going to continue taking my time and just spreading out these coffee grounds over my canvas. Once I had my coffee all spread out, I just let this dry for about 24 hours, and it actually glued down to the canvas really nicely. I didn't have any areas where the coffee started pulling away from the canvas. And I'm just doing a first coat. I'm going to end up doing 3 coats altogether, and I just have some really nice browns and an orange color. And I originally wasn't going to use that orange, but it looked really nicely underneath. And so I'm just covering my entire canvas with brown paint. It's a really dark brown paint, and then some orange, and then I'm going to be using some lighter colors on top. I had originally thought about doing a landscape, but since I used texture throughout the entire canvas, I decided to go with something different. So next time I'm going to use the coffee as a like land portion, and then I'll have a sky portion for a really nice landscape painting. But this one I decided to try a faux patina painting to get that really kind of rustic look. So this first layer is going to be just the underpainting, and then I'm going to add a layer of some really minty greens and blue, and then just do another coat on top to really add some more depth to it. And with this layer, to really get that paint to spread out, I just had a cup of water and I dipped my brush in it a few times just to really get a nice, smooth, even coat, especially since I had a lot of nooks and crannies to get into with all of that texture. Thinning out the paint just a little bit really helped get some nice coverage. So if you're finding that your paint isn't covering really well, just add a really small amount of water and you'll get a really nice, smooth, even coat of paint on there. So again, I just let this coat dry for a day, and I have some different, a really light blue and a light green. I had put these out on my surface to use, and I wanted an even lighter green than what I had, so I went and grabbed a more minty color green and mixed that in, and I just kind of blended all the colors together, and I had some areas that had a little bit more blue and some areas with a little bit more green. And as you can see, I'm just covering my entire canvas with this. I also have a spray bottle that just has water in it, and I wanted some of that underpainting to really show through this coat. So I'm thinning down my paint quite a bit and adding quite a bit of water so that it won't completely cover that brown. And like I said, I'm just going for that rustic look. So you could add less paint and have more of that brown show through. You could use quite a bit of water to really thin out that green and then remove some of the paint, and just do all sorts of different techniques with this. But I really like how just the different shades on the canvas with those blues and greens just show up in different areas. And again, with adding some water, I was able to kind of get into all of that texture with some of the green. But by thinning out the paint, you can really see a lot of that underpainting, and I really like the way that that's looking. So this is going to be my last coat. Again, I waited a day and let that green coat dry. And as you can see from this, before I start adding more, you can see some of that underpainting, but I really want to get some more of a rustic look to the top layer. So I have some brown paint that my tube was almost empty, so I added water to it and really thinned it out, and then I grabbed more of that orange paint and again really thinned it out. And I'm doing more of a wash, so I have a really thin paint. I'm doing really thin layers just to get some more depth in this, and just kind of going around the edges and into some of that texture area to really bring out bring out that texture more so that you see it, and also kind of pull that underpainting out again and just see some of that brown and orange mixed in with all that green and blue. And I was looking at a lot of pictures online of items that have that patina look. There's a lot of furniture that people do this to. There's cars that people do this to. And I really like the way that it looks, and using the coffee for this texture just really gave it just awesome depth in this. And then doing multiple layers of paint, you can really create a beautiful piece like this. And I added quite a bit on my top coat. If you wanted more of that green to really shine through, you don't need to add as much as I did. Or if you want more of that brown to shine through, you can add as much as you want. One thing I wasn't even thinking about when I did this was adding a bronze paint along the top, and having that metallic would be really, really pretty to just give it a little bit more of a pop of color, but have that bronze paint against the green paint would be a really nice contrast. But I hope you guys liked this video. This was really fun to try out. I know a lot of people like the texture look, and I have some more ideas to use a medium and a fine ground coffee to do some different paintings. And like I said, go ahead and check out Pineland Coffee Company. I really like their coffee, but it was also really awesome to use something that I have at home that you would normally throw away to use in your artwork, and it created such a beautiful piece. So thank you all for watching. Check out the video description and you can get that coffee code. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think down below, and I'll see you in the next one.